talk about, we got Raw 25, we got Smackdown, Scott's new favorite subject, the XFL, which is going to start in 2020, where I'm going to put in my presidential nomination.
Tebow.
And then, yeah, and then we're going to be talking about the Patriots and the Super Bowls, how these two bastards feeling. And we're going to be catching up more and more of them in coming weeks and see how they're feeling and getting nauseated and all that stuff. But over on screen one, we got Rich. How you doing, Rich? How's life going?
It's doing much better than what it was 2 days ago, so it's all good. Can't complain.
For sure. Scotty D, what are you doing, man?
Oh, a little derp.
How's life treating you?
It's can't complain, doesn't help too, and if I did, ain't no one gonna change it but me. So
for sure,
I'm just loving this fucking Pro Bowl freaking games going on right now.
Yeah. So yeah, tell everybody what's on your TV right now.
The Pro Bowl games, mini games they had the accuracy, the gauntlet, the dodgeball, and the catch. Unfortunately, for us AFC fans, the NFC won flat out 4-2. We took the dodgeball, and we took the accuracy. Ironically enough, Carr showed that he had better accuracy than Russell Wilson. Let that sink in for a second.
Surprise.
Huh?
Rich, what are you watching?
Right now it's on Castaway on HBO, I guess is what it is. One of them premium. About an hour before live PB. For those that are wondering, the Wrestle Kingdom, the third hour is now on Access TV.
Yeah. They're doing the Cody Rhodes and Kota Ibushi, which is a good match, and then the Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Awesome match.
Sorry. So let's start off. It was Raw 25. We're gonna going on to see what happened on Raw 25, and then after that, we get our reactions about Raw 25. So Raw 25 started out with all three McMahons out there with Shane, Stephanie, and Vince, and it's just the classic Stone Cold Vince McMahon. Best promo. Best segment, you think? Yeah. So Stone Cold Steve Austin stuns Mr. McMahon. What was your reactions to that? Excuse me.
Predictable. You knew when Stone Cold come out here, he was going to Stone Cold somebody. Knew it was going to be Shane O'Mac. Knew it was going to be Vince. It would not have been a Raw 25 without Stone Cold stunning both of them. But then it was like, what really pissed me off about the entire segment, Austin didn't even get any mic time. Austin Raw 25 and not let him say a fucking thing.
Because he doesn't need to. Did you hear that pop?
Like, he's gonna get that. He can come out there at 80 years old and still get that pop.
Yeah, he will. Because he pretty much changed the course of history in WWE.
Yeah, he pretty much, with The Rock, single-handedly changed wrestling history.
So Scott, what about on that segment, opening segment?
I thought it was great how he stunned them both. I didn't think he needed the mic. He said everything he had to say was stunners and fucking Steve Weisers.
Right.
I think a mic would have fucking tarnished that.
Yeah. I mean, he's good on the mic, but he doesn't really need to be on the mic and stuff like that. We got Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James that defeated Nia Jax, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Alicia Fox. What can I say?
Best part of that one is when Asuka threw them all off the ring at the end of the match. So it's basically like, hey, we got the Royal Rumble coming up. There's no alliances formed. Asuka's like every woman for herself.
Is that a
But
foreshadowing?
it was a good match.
Do you think that's a foreshadowing moment?
I don't know who's going to win the Rumble. It's good. I don't know. You would think it would be the Japanese between Asuka and Nakamura both winning because Asuka's like awesome, and they want Nakamura versus AJ Styles, but they also want Braun Strowman versus Brock. I'm sorry, they also want.
No, they want Braun versus Miz.
So it's I don't know if it was foreshadowing. I guess we'll see in a few days.
Scott.
Honestly, I thought it was pretty decent, and I think it is foreshadowing. I think they're trying to push Asuka to be the next female. They're trying to make her the female Brock fucking Lesnar or Andre the Giant. They want her to come in, go undefeated, take the fucking title, and hold it, and try to make that woman's title prestigious again. And what a better fucking way. Let's be honest. So honestly, I had nothing bad to say about any of it, honestly, and I liked the Asuka twist. I did. I don't know. I thought that was a good one. I thought that worked well. I thought.
Would you be more surprised if it was Nia Jax to win the Royal Rumble?
I would be only for the fact that would mean Asuka was winning the belt at the next pay-per-view.
That's a tough one. I like Asuka. I like Nia. But man, just the way the booking goes, it's like we can sit there and say one thing, but Vince is like, fuck your feelings. We're going to book it however we want to book. So at this point, anything goes. Nothing would actually kind of on Sunday night.
At least we don't rewrite our scripts 10 minutes before the show, right, guys?
Yeah. It's just like, dude, I don't know, but I am looking forward to this Sunday, and we are going to do a live reaction for the Royal Rumble. And I'm just excited to see who are the ladies, the surprise ladies, that's going to be coming out. Who are the other ladies instead of the main ladies that
we know they got a pull from the Young Classic and NXT because there's no way they've got on the main roster. Not women.
For sure. I understand. And so it's the Undertaker returned to Raw. Nothing really big into it. Cuts a promo. Fans started shouting, one more match. Scott, your opinion on it?
Lackluster on that one. I would have liked it better if it would have been him announcing I'm entering the Royal Rumble, or I'm fucking coming to WrestleMania, or I'm calling you out, or I don't know. They wasted a wasted opportunity.
Okay, can I get what I have to say off my chest about this Manhattan Center? Or do you want me to wait till the end? Because I didn't like it at all. I didn't like what they did at the Manhattan Center, but I'm going to explain that why later on. But I just thought it was kind of like, you don't get the lights for the Undertaker coming out. It's a very small venue. I mean, it just made no sense whatsoever. I just wasn't impressed.
They paid $1,000. That's why Taker showed up there. They paid $1,000 for what they got.
He just wants $1,000 just to show up. I want that job.
If it was if I paid $1,000 for a ticket and I got that kind of shit show, I would have been pissed off.
Yeah,
I would have been demanding a refund. But we'll save that till the very end on what I'm going to rate this Raw 25. So
I have a feeling that at the Manhattan Center, if the WWE was smart, they would have put the NXT in there instead of in the Barclays Center. They would put NXT at the Manhattan Center and just have their own little thing going on with Raw 25. But that's Vince McMahon and their creative team. And
Vince basically ripped off all them fans for a grand.
Pretty much, dude. I mean, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna,
would save your.
I'm
You'll,
gonna rip into Raw at the end of this. So
yeah, save your rant. Save your rant until the end. Because I will ask if you liked it or not, and obviously
yeah,
we'll just wait till then.
This is such a good match.
After that, it was the Miz returns and he defeats Roman Reigns to become the new Intercontinental Champion. I mean, like,
I wasn't surprised.
me neither. Scott, you're
He's
gullible.
basically trading one belt.
Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead. I mean, you're the one that's smiling from ear to ear. Go ahead.
I'm just so happy. I'd like to thank WWE for finally listening to us, for finally hearing me, and taking that belt off that sumbitch and putting it on someone that actually makes it fucking prestigious again. For the love of God. Holy fuck, that was I was so happy. I faced out.
Now,
I jumped up. I faced out on that. I was so excited.
He geeked out.
Honestly,
like
I thought it was the best match of the night. But if they're really booking Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, they're gonna take the belt off of them. They just needed somebody to hold that title while the Miz was filming the movie. As soon as the Miz came back, I knew he was getting that belt back. That's just it was just basically, hey, we got to put it on somebody until the Miz comes back. So they were trying to.
We need a belt on Raw, pretty much.
They had to have it on somebody. And Roman Reigns knew that. He's like, yeah, I'll carry the belt for a few weeks. That's basically all they were doing was putting the belt on somebody because I don't think they were going to end up taking it off the Miz for a while. I would like to see. We can talk about that after the Royal Rumble, but I want to see like Miz versus the Balor tournament. I want that feud to start up. That's what I really want to see is Finn Balor versus the Miz for that. Finn Balor needs a belt.
Yeah, Finn Balor does need a belt, and I thought this was pretty predictable to me. You
want to give Finn Balor a belt? How about we give the fans, and how about we give Paul Heyman the match that everybody wants to see? How about we give him Finn and we give him Brock, and we actually let him put a fucking match on?
Because they're trying to they claim they're trying to protect Finn Balor.
This is fucking retarded. The match would be amazing.
Dude, everything that we say on here happens 3 weeks later. Or happens 3-4 months later, dude. So it's gonna happen.
Finn Balor he'll win the belt at SummerSlam or something. Or he ain't
gonna
win
like that. Once they go in for the home stretch to WrestleMania of next year, it's gonna be huge, I think.
I think he should be in line for that Universal title, though. I think him in the feud with Mr. Raj will be awesome, as Miz would say.
Yeah, and I think they're just elevating that tag team division. I have a feeling there's something going on with this tag team that might create this big, huge tag team tournament. Like, that's what they should do, honestly, like New Japan does. Have all the tag teams in the world on both brands and just go at it in league status, see how many points you can accumulate in a month. The two best teams that have the most points, fucking boom, there's your finals. Of course, it's going to be a Raw versus Smackdown situation, but that's another story for a different episode. We got the Raw Tag Team Champions, Seth Rollins and Jason Papadouche. Jordan appeared on the Peep Show. The Peep Show is Christian's show. It was good to see Christian back. It's been a while. He has that charisma, Captain Charisma. Rich, we're going to go with you on this one. What was your expectations with Papadouche and Seth Rollins?
They just had to have Christian there. And hand him the mic, let him talk for a few minutes, and run a segment with him that way. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you how I really thought of Raw, but it's just one of them whatever moments.
Okay, Scott.
I'm sorry, I got fucking lost in the Smack Show. What was the question?
Peep Show.
Scott, come on.
Oh, the Peep Show?
Yes.
I'm not a fan of Christian. Never was a fan of the Peep Show. Honestly, I don't really remember it. That's how memorable it was to me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So Bray Wyatt defeated Woken Matt Hardy. What do you? It's like, how many times am I going to see this on TV? Are we just gonna have? Are we gonna have like an ultimate like? Is the culmination of this match going to end up Extreme Rules? You know, a barbed wire death match and shit like that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So, I mean, honestly, Bray Wyatt defeats Matt Hardy.
Am I the only one with Hank Williams Jr.'s family tradition playing in my head? IRS beats Matt Hardy. IRS is Bray Wyatt's daddy. Bray Wyatt beats Matt Hardy. Now Bo Dallas needs to beat Matt Hardy.
The Rotunda family trifecta?
Yes. It would be glorious.
Oh, man, no.
So about the broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
It's just like, whatever. Put it on to the Manhattan.
I mean, how many times have I seen this on TV? You know, this is one of those times where you cannot have them on TV every fucking week. You gotta have them on TV every other week. But, you know, I'm kind of getting pissed off at WWE writing like always. Well, you're making me not want to watch you guys.
For the Royal Rumble. That's just how I felt. I think they're overselling it.
Yeah.
Crossroads off the fucking. Ooh.
So, Elias Sampson went out there, had a single, and John Cena confronted him. And John Cena got smashed with the guitar. That guitar sounded nasty. What do you guys think of it?
I liked the segment before when Chris Jericho sang him the song. Other than that, it was just it was like, other than that, on Christmas night, we essentially saw the same thing. So I was like, it's recycled again. It's like Cena versus Elias. Elias is going to smash John Cena. It's almost like it's too predictable for a special anniversary Raw. I just kind of like, it's another thing. It's like it was there.
I feel you on that one, Scott.
I was kind of shocked that Cena forgot his shovel. I didn't expect that. I honestly didn't. I'm not really sure what to think about this feud. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it because I'm not a big Cena fan. I am an Elias fan, but I think their styles conflict. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the match goes, and I hope the fuck that they don't fucking let Cena bring his shovel to town.
You know, I really liked how the cool thing. I didn't watch it the day of, but I recorded it and watched it later. But I really liked the segment before with Jericho and Elias Sampson. Yeah. And he's just like, you know what? I'm going to put you on. He's like, no, you're not. I'm not going to put you on. Like, he's like, yeah, I am. I'm putting you on the list and shit like that. And the cool thing that really got me in was his shirt. Scott mentioned, or somebody mentioned it on the Smackdown.
The Alpha
that he was wearing the Alpha versus Omega shirt. And it's a cool thing. I wish that he could represented or said something about Japan. How it's like another universe over there or something. You know, because, you know, they like to have the WWE universe. So I thought that was going to be cool. But, you know, it just reminds me of just like a regular old Raw. Heath Slater and Rhino versus Titus O'Reilly in a no contest because the Dudley Boys came out and 3D'd Heath Slater, which I heard that was the spot where Enzo Amore was going to go down. We're going to get into Enzo Amore here in a minute. But I know both Scott and Rich have some rants about that. So here we go. Yeah, what did you think about that whole entire
Good for nostalgia.
shift?
That was about it. It was good for nostalgia. I mean, I'm just wasn't like I said. It's another segment that was just there. I mean, you saw the Dudley Boys. They put somebody through a table. I mean, it was just okay.
Scott?
Am I the only one that thinks that Heath Slater has now become that lovable jobber who will always have a fucking contract? Legitimately. He's only thing I'm thinking when I see this is, my God, he's got kids. You know, like they got it ingrained in our skulls. Like, I don't know, man. Like it was good for comedic value. It was good for nostalgic value. Other than that, it was just kind of a filler of time.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we had DX at the Manhattan Center. He had Triple H and Luke Gallows, the New Age Outlaws. And then the cool thing is that when X-Pac came on, everybody was calling him 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 was pretty cool because that was his original name when he came up. And then then the club showed up. You know, I wish they could have showed up with AJ Styles. I don't know what's up with that. They pretty much screwed. You know, to me, if you're gonna do a Balor Club, you have to have AJ Styles in it, even though they were never in a faction together. You know what I'm saying? You know, AJ replaced Finn when Finn left.
The thing that pissed me off the most about that entire segment, another nostalgic value. Scott Hall entrance comes in. He walks through the curtain, starts walking into the stand. Like, you saw like 2 seconds of Scott Hall, and then it's fucking commercial break.
Yep.
Like, what the that was what pissed me off about Raw. On countless times I was pissed off, and that was just one of the ones that you're like,
I think it was because he needed help into the ring.
You still could have saw him walk down the aisle and then cut to commercial. Like, do his iconic, with his hands behind his back walk.
Yeah.
I was like, you cut the commercial right as the dude comes out and don't give him any kind of I think every legend has to have that moment on the Raw 25, and I don't feel that they honored that to any of them.
Yeah. And then that's
just how I thought about
it. It sucked because Kevin Nash wasn't there, and he was a big part of that group, the Clique and stuff like that.
He had a knee replacement, so
yeah, he couldn't travel. That was the whole reason.
Yeah,
he was going to be there, but he couldn't travel because of his knee replacement.
I think it was fucking awesome for a reason I can't believe nobody's mentioned yet. The pass off.
I was about to get to it.
I was gonna say the pass off.
The pass off of the Too Sweet and the Suck It, and know. But that begs the question: can that now? What about the guys that are actually in the Bullet Club? What are they gonna say? Is there a rift between like Finn Balor, who created the Bullet Club, but it's actually owned by New Japan? Is there something blah blah blah?
No, I don't want something. The only reason I don't think so is because the guys in New Japan know where the Too Sweet, the whole this came from. It came from them, not from New Japan. Like, the Clique, the originators of the Too Sweet.
Well, technically, NWO started in New Japan.
Yes.
Before WCW.
That's what I'm talking about. I think it was Scott Hall and Kevin Nash that were doing the Too Sweet before the NWO Japan.
All right, but
NWO Japan, then they brought NWO, went to Japan, and then they had NWO Japan, which lasted longer than the actual NWO, and they were doing all that Too Sweet and stuff like that too. But it was just like when you joined the NWO, you're right.
Well, you also got to respect in the wrestling business for the legends that make wrestling what it is. So that's probably why there's not a rift.
I have another point to make, though. Technically, if you go back to WWF, the Clique started the
That's what
the
I just
Turkish
said.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm
technically,
saying. They started
WWE
that.
would own that.
So
You're right.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about, Scott. So I mean, you just got lost in the wrestling match and stuff. So start paying attention.
I can't. I'm changing the channel. I can't.
The most important thing that really got me pissed off is the Revival. After doing that epic promo they did last week, and they come out and they just get buried and hammered by the legends and by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers. I mean,
but you knew it was going to happen. They called any tag team out there, and I was like, oh, they're not. And I even said that. I was like, they are last week when we did the show. I said, that's the Incision 2.0 for you right there. Everybody knew it was coming. So they're going to come out there and job whoever it is to job because they were running their mouths.
it should have been another team. That should have been the Heath Slater Rhino thing. That's what I'm saying.
But they jobbed for the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, but you could have the Revival go through the tables with the Dudley Boys, and then that could give them a possibility of a storyline of making the Revival a stronger, aggressive team. Like they said in the promo a week before. That's what got me pissed off about them burying the Revival when they said something on a promo. And it's just, it's like, you know what it is? Yeah, I mean, really, fuck the Revival, but I feel bad for this. I feel bad for them on this situation. For reals. It's just like saying, it's like saying, you're all talking big and bad. But then again, you made yourself look like a wimp, but it wasn't even your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're going into a fight, but your mom dressed you up in a dress and not in the right gear, You're going into you're going to a karate fight, and you come in with, boxing gloves, and you lose. It's not your fault,
These dumbasses walk to the ring. Like, why did they draw? How did they draw like the low or the short straw?
Between them and Heath Slater.
Right, were they like backstage drawing straws to see who did what? Like, who's jobbing tonight where, boys? All right, you hit the fucking subway that way. You hit the one that way.
Yeah, right? It's just like, And then the universe, at the end of the thing, it was a big, huge brawl between Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Kane Brawl. Whoop-de-fucking-do. They could have done this, they could have done this
piss poor
last week instead of, or 2 weeks ago before they pulled that fucking thing down, They went into thinking that they're fucking Impact Wrestling, a greater version of Impact Wrestling during fucking, what is it, the broken hearting thing, what they did. It's just, so
Jeff's
I'm going to be
obsolete.
So that's what I'm going to say about the end. Rich, this is your point where you can rant about Raw 25.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and rate it. I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. You have forever and a day to plan a perfect anniversary show where you get to see fireworks and excitement. And it was like the Stone Cold Steve Austin segment came out the gate, straight fire, and then it was like this. It crashed and burned completely after that. I would have put the Stone Cold Vince McMahon segment at the very end. You're going to put your best segment first. I know you got to lead out with a bang, and then you come in with fillers. And then you have the Manhattan crowd watching Raw, and they're getting a ripoff. The Undertaker was there, DX was there, but they're not getting like the dark lights, the full experience of it. What was the purpose of the Manhattan Center? Then you got a picture of Jerry the King Lawler and fucking Jim Ross sleeping while they're there. And I'm just like, and then Jim Ross is like, oh, we weren't asleep. Yeah, you're trying to save face. People are fucking pissed. They paid $1,000 for that bullshit. I was mad as a motherfucker. That Raw just pissed me off completely. I was just like, dude, it was like I said, you had all this fucking time to impress us. The biggest night of your 25-year career. And I even tweeted to Vince McMahon saying, your product is continually getting flushed down the fucking shit. Didn't get a response, but that's what I told him. But I was not impressed at all. It could have been miles ahead better with all the time they had to plan this fucking thing.
I mean, I agree with you totally of what you said. To me, I gave it a 2. And for an anniversary show, it's a 1. Out of all the anniversary shows that they've had, it's a 1.
It was a complete utter failure.
What the fuck is Russell Westbrook wearing? Dude, did he just fucking took that from a homeless person or what?
I actually didn't think it was a bad Monday Night Raw. I honestly would have given it like a 3.5.
It shouldn't be a 3.5. It should have been a 5 out of 5.
It should have been, you're right. But still, for Monday Night Raw, a 3.5 is pretty fucking good.
No, not for a 25 anniversary.
Are you 3.5 out of nostalgia factor? Because there's no way that was a 3.5. There's just I just can't. I can probably see where you're coming from, but me personally, with a nostalgia factor, that's the only reason I got the 1.
I liked it.
If it was a regular Raw, probably would have been a 3.5. But you're talking about a 25th anniversary that completely fucking.
They put a regular Raw show on an anniversary show with another
2 different venues.
With
they could have done
venue.
All that shit, and they could have done all that at the Barclays Center. They just wanted to fucking rob people $1,000 a ticket.
They got it.
They did. They
got it.
They got it.
They got it. They could have done
sue
the Barclays Center. Vince McMahon's all
Yeah. Could they sue? Could they have the possibility of a lawsuit if the product was disappointing?
I've heard
Isn't it like false advertisement?
I heard people are demanding refunds from that shit show.
But here's the thing. It says right on it, no refunds. Card is subject to change. You are not guaranteed what is on this card. As long as that's there, put your lawsuits up in the air because their fucking legal team, I guarantee, is way stronger than any of ours. He's a billionaire with a B. He made sure to let everyone know he was a billionaire with a B for a reason.
I wouldn't have paid $5 for them fucking tickets to the Manhattan Center. Mm-hmm. That was a waste of fucking time.
They wait, and it's also that I think they.
This is what another thing that pissed me off about it. You put The Undertaker and you put DX in the motherfucking Manhattan Center. One of the biggest factions, one of the greatest legends. And you put them in the smallest fucking crowd and give them where he comes out with a fucking hoodie on instead of putting them in the Barclays Center where he could come down with a full effect. I mean, it made that whole show made no fucking sense whatsoever. For a 25th anniversary, they should have blown us out of the water, and instead they blown themselves fucking up.
It was a lovely plaque. It really was. It was rosewood.
That was a good one. So I guess we go on with the Enzo Amore getting suspended, then getting released the next day. Rich, we know you. Rich, go ahead, dude. Take this one about the Enzo Amore. I know we're going off script here, but the Enzo Amore situation. You said you want to write about that one, so go ahead.
That dude's innocent. For those that don't know, you can go to her page. There's a YouTube video posted by her former friend where this dude's got text messages from her talking about how she fucked a professional wrestler, and all this, that, and the other, and then she was bragging about laying next in bed to the guy. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah. And if you go to the Twitter page in general, and then it's like. She's like, Ryan has sex since October. Yes, she's selling herself for sex on fucking Snapchat. Of all things, like there's racy pictures up there. So it's just like somebody who has quote unquote sexual trauma would not be turning around selling themselves on Snapchat for whatever $40 a dirty snap. It's like, I know you're trying to make money, but let's get real here. It's like this day and age, she knew she'd get away with it. She's like, oh, I'm a fucker. I can get my 5 seconds of fame. People come to my Twitter page and whatnot, but that bitch is lying her ass off. I don't care if she's watching. You're a fucking liar, whoever your name is. Was a Miss Gucci Witch. I just don't. It's just the whole story doesn't make sense. Scott and I were like following the Twitter page, and it's like first she tweeted out, "Well, I was in rehab or I was in the rehab facility for 45 straight days." Then she comes back like 6 hours later. Oh, I meant to say I was only there. I was only there for 26 days because I left due to because I refused treatment. I'm sitting there thinking, but if you're sexually assaulted, why would you refuse the fucking treatment? I mean, her story's got more holes than Swiss cheese, man.
Yeah, I agree with you now and later in the situation and stuff like that. I do agree with you. But at the beginning, when this first all came out, it's just like, I believe it. I believe it.
Like, I got the money, but it's like, you're going to give me that dick, bitch, whatever it is. Because you can see Enzo saying shit like that. But now the bitch is just trying to get her 15 seconds of fame. And then she even got an interview with TMZ. I said no. And then, like I said, I found that YouTube video, and the guy's like showing the pictures, like, I fucked this. And he even says, he stresses the word fucked. You wouldn't sit there and say if you were raped, you wouldn't sit there and use that word. You were saying, hey, I was, assaulted or whatever. So, and it's actually got the chick's name on there. So, like, dude, this bitch is lying her ass off.
I remember on the Smackdown podcast that me and Scott did, I was just like, yeah, I got 1 million followers. You best be begging on this dick. That shit's fucking hilarious. And then Scott said the same thing to his girl, and he's like, baby, I got 38 followers.
And the sad part of it is I think the WWE was looking for a way to get rid of Enzo, whether he is innocent or not, because we're going to talk about Rich Swann in a minute.
No, Enzo wanted out, dude. Enzo was trying to get out of his contract before he got his big push. They didn't want to let him go.
I did not know that. So maybe that's why he did not. Maybe that's why he didn't tell them.
He wanted to be a rapper.
They didn't fire him for the alleged sexual assault. They fired him because he held the fact that he knew the investigation was going on. So
yeah, that's the only thing.
Well, he got tired of the way he was being treated there anyway by all the other superstars. So
he's fucking pop. Fucking, that's his Enzo Amore's new name, Papa Douche. My name is Papa Douche.
He wants to be a rapper.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. He was a terrible wrestler.
That's him singing his like the intro song, even when it was Enzo and Big Cass. That's him rapping those lyrics.
And they're crap.
Garbage.
Garbage.
A word we ain't using in Wild Boys. Garbage. Say it with me now. Garbage.
Garbage. So that was one thing. And, oh, man.
Rich Swann.
We're going to go, Rich Swann cleared of all charges. He's trying to get back into the WWE. Do you see him back here soon?
Oh, man. This is the problem that the WWE is going to have with this one, is you just fired Enzo Amore for alleged all this, that, and the other, and say you're going to have zero tolerance for any of that. You got Rich Swann, who's charges, but their statement was, we do not want anyone associated with that, and yet Rich Swann was suspended indefinitely. So it's going to be a difficult decision for them to make. But right now, the way the cruiser division is, I don't see them not bringing it back, because you lost Enzo, you lost Neville, you lost Austin Aries. Who you can put the belt on now?
I have a feeling.
You know what I'm saying? You're running out of superstars.
I have a feeling that Neville's going to be making a return here soon at the Royal Rumble.
Maybe, but it's like I said, I don't know what you're going to do with Rich Swann, because you already said, hey, we're not going to tolerate this, but yet you got another guy on the roster that is suspended indefinitely, not for like sexual assault charges, but like domestic violence of all things. And like him and his wife apparently made up, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring out it's just fire one guy and then bring another guy back for doing the almost,
But he was cleared of all charges and all that shit. So, I mean, he was found innocent.
Okay, let's say that they kept Enzo suspended though, and he's clear of all charges. You see what I'm saying?
They have
the all charges. It's about the perception of the brand that they want to carry on with.
Well, yeah, and if that brand is just like, I know we didn't have the back of our people, my guys, but you know, they were declared innocent, and we're gonna bring them back, and because they deserve a second chance. That's what they could have done. They could have a lot more safe face during that. Doing, you know,
it'll be interesting to see what that. I'm just up in the air on. I can understand the second chance thing, and they're saying he was fired, but they, you know, the original report with Enzo Amore was like, "Hey, we've come to the terms with his release." So basically, Enzo's like, "Hey, I don't want to be here anymore. Just go ahead and release me." Maybe something like that. Maybe he didn't quote unquote get fired. Just asked, "Hey, can I be released?" They had no problem letting him walk. So,
yep. So we got. Yeah, Scott, go ahead. We got to continue this. What do you think about
that? No one really gives a fuck. Yeah, loudmouth, bad haircut, horrible choice in wrestling tights, fucking ass. Can get the fucking stepping. And best of luck in all your ventures. But thank fucking God I ain't gonna deal with watching on TV anymore.
Hey, but you know what, though? I am waiting on the soft T-shirts to go on clearance. I ain't gonna lie, man. I want one of them shirts. Haters. I just like I was S-A, like how it's spelled. Because you know all that shit's going to be on clearance. They're going to try to get rid of all that stuff.
The certified G's, I'm definitely going to pick up a couple hundred of those.
Been around to sell them all. Yeah, $5 Fridays today. Oh, I forgot to look at the $5 Friday sale.
So that was what happened on Monday. Tuesday was SmackDown. So SmackDown started with AJ Styles agrees on to take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at the end of the show. That whole entire promo. What did you think about it? That whole entire promo.
Oh man, go ahead, Scott, because I'm still. I just don't know on that one. I want to hear what Scott has to say, and then maybe I agree with him because I still, like, my mind was still cycling back to it.
I thought it was well done. I thought, you know, the way they played the clips together to show that AJ had said what he said, having DB come out like that, having it appear like DB was going to make it anyway, so AJ's like, you know what? Damn it, I'll do it. Me and Al are thinking, yep, well, there's an hour of fucking SmackDown gone. You know, the other match is going to be lackluster, fucking tiny little whatevers. And come to find out, they robbed us on that fucking match instead.
I agree with that. I mean, I liked how Daniel Bryan, before he said anything, how AJ Styles just kind of cut him off. He's like, look, don't even go there, AJ. Or he goes, don't even go there, Daniel. I know what you're going to say. He goes, these guys think they can beat me? I'll take that challenge. So I did like to say. I thought it was an okay segment. It was pretty good.
Yep. So we got Chad Gable defeats Jey Uso. You know me, man. You know me. Yeah. You know, I gotta do this. Gable. He's my guy. I love the dude. Gable's my guy. You know, he showed that he's a good wrestler, and it was a good match. And Rich, your opinion on this match?
I'm not a Gable fan. I'm not a fan of that tag team. I thought it was better when it was American Alpha. Now it's just like it's some recycled stuff again. I'm slowly becoming more of an Usos guy now. The Usos are so. I used to hate them, like I hated them back over the SummerSlam stuff. But now it's starting to grow on me, and I'm slowly becoming like part of the Uso penitentiary. Like if we were in the joint, I'd spot them while they were bench pressing or something. So, but I just hope that they don't blow this match at the Royal Rumble because I still don't know what they're in the tag team division is so sketchy right now. It's literally like two between the Usos, the New Day, and that's about it. The Usos, the New Day, and Benjamin and Gable. You don't know what they're gonna do with the Bludgeon Brothers yet. And that's what I'm curious to see how far they want to take this one, because that could be an interesting tag team, but good match. I gave it a solid star match, but yeah, I just not a fan of Chad Gable.
You want to know why that match went that way? I can tell you in 3 letters. O-U-I. They're taking the belts off the Usos. How the hell? Tell me something right now. How in the hell is he still wrestling when he get hit for an OUI, but yet you're suspending everyone else for character defects like that? Why is he above all the rules?
I don't know, man. Yeah, for a DUI?
Yeah.
But if they were going to take the belt off of him, they could have done it like the other week when Gable and Benjamin won, and then they said, "Oh no, that was an illegal pin or whatever."
Mm-hmm. I think that's where they could have, I say that's where they should have taken the titles off of the Usos right then.
I mean, I can see them dropping it at the Rumble because they've had, I can see them dropping it at the Rumble because they've had them since SummerSlam again. So
yeah, I agree with you on that one too. I agree with you about the American Alpha thing. It should have been American Alpha instead of fucking Shelton Benjamin here. But who am I to judge about product and wrestling? Vince doesn't care about my feelings.
Vince says, "Fuck your feelings."
Well, you only get him a fucking plaque.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even go on that.
Holes.
That's why he's so pissed off of that damn plaque.
Right?
Hey, I didn't go on that.
A fruit basket, at least he can eat that shit.
A fucking watch, even,
Yeah, shit, dude. Like, I even went on that GoFundMe account, and I was like, that even looks cheap.
This price, so you gonna give me a fucking plaque? I'm gonna continue to let this shit flush down the toilet.
How much did that plaque cost? I want to know.
If they're lucky, maybe $10.
So
they get that the bargain bin for $35.99. Was that at Martin's?
Well, plaques aren't that expensive.
Exactly.
So Naomi defeated Liv Morgan, and then they started off with the same shit that they did on Monday night. Instead of Asuka throwing everybody out, nobody could throw each other out, and it led to some promo by Charlotte, and I thought the match was all right, but it was crap. Everything else was crap. That was my take. Rich, what about you on that one?
Didn't we just see this like on Monday Night Raw? Somebody throws it's just like, oh, we're just gonna copy Raw because we can't come up with anything better. That's what I was kind of like. That was probably the worst of SmackDown, and that's not saying much because I thought SmackDown was miles ahead of better Raw. So
after that one rating that you gave him, I thought so too. Damn.
Yeah, y'all were harsh on Raw. I mean, shit, man, that burn fucking hurt me all the way over here in Maine, and it's fucking zero. I'm like, damn, I'm toasting my house up.
I was, believe it or not, I was going to give them a 0, but I enjoyed the Stone Cold Stunner.
That's 0?
Yeah.
For a Raw, it was fucking good, bro. For an anniversary show, not so hot. But you know what? You can't knock them all out the park.
Nope.
Yeah, you can. New Japan does it.
I'm giving WWE a pep talk, man. Again, their creative team needs to know that they can survive.
You get to save the pep talk for the XFL, son.
Oh my fucking god.
We'll get to that later. So, yeah, what did you think about the Naomi Liv Morgan match, Scott?
I didn't really care for it, to be honest with you. I lost interest. The ending was all right. Other than that, I just thought it was a repeat pretty much. I really lost interest during that whole segment.
Yeah, so did I. I think that's the segment that we fucking started talking about Enzo Amore. That whole entire. I have 38 followers who can probably help on this stick too. So
yeah, we're like, holy shit, it's done. Fucking
right. And then so we go on here next. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. They did a little promo before this. Was stupid. Ended in a no contest after Randy Orton made his presence felt. I liked that at the end of what happened in that match. That was awesome. But then again, the match was lackluster, and so yeah. I mean, what was your take on this one, Scott?
I'm sorry, I lost you.
Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin, and how
stupid.
The way how Randy Orton came in.
I thought that was completely off guard for once because you didn't see it coming. You're sitting there watching. You're like, yep, same old shit. Oh fuck, Randy Orton out of nowhere.
I love how he turns and says, "Oh shit."
That's exactly my reaction was. Oh fuck, RKO out of nowhere. Fucking. My old lady stops and looks at me like, what? I was like, yeah, watch the replay. Oh, RKO out of nowhere. Fucking done. She finally gets now. When the dog sits behind me, I'll go like this to the dog and be like, RKO out of nowhere to her, and she'll jump back. Because she never got that before. But yeah, no, I thought that was pretty fucking. I thought that was the most entertaining part of the whole fucking night, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the RKO caught me off guard. The match itself, it's kind of like I was a big Shinsuke fan, but the more they treat this guy, the more it's like, why did you come to the WWE? It's like
you should have stayed in New Japan.
He's getting shit he doesn't deserve. So it's like I love the guy, but then it's like the WWE is starting to make me like not have any faith that they're going to do anything for him, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I just like I said, the Randy Orton thing at the end made this pretty all cool. We have Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Bobby Roode defeat Jinder Mahal, Rusev, and Aiden English. Yeah, right. Typical baby faces getting over. Rich, what was your opinion on this match?
Good match, but the booking itself is slightly confusing. How are you going to put Rusev Day and pair them? And people love Rusev Day. Let's be honest. That shit is over like it's nobody's business. Then you're going to take that team where he is getting like huge generation and then pair him with the biggest booer in the fucking industry with Jabber Mahal. It's just like, and I understand that Rusev is supposed to be heel, but he's a lovable heel. You don't pair somebody who's getting huge pops with somebody that nobody fucking likes and then expect this shit to work out. I just didn't understand the match booking itself. I thought it was there for comedic value. But other than that, I just, it was kind of like good match, but just kind of awkward with the booking.
What is New Day?
A faction?
Okay. What were they before they were New Day?
I don't remember.
Exactly. Jabber Mahal's biggest fame and claim, besides being the first ever Canadian wrestler, world champion, was really simply being a fucking jobber. He was a nobody. Aiden English. Main roster, nobody.
Oh, wait, I know what
exactly. Trying to make a foreign version. They were trying on a foreign version of New Day, pretty much, I think.
I know what Xavier Rhodes was before he was the New Day. He was riding Paige up on Pornhub.
with Brad Maddox.
Oh wow!
I didn't bring that finger bang up. He did.
That's where I remember Xavier was from. The three-way with him, Paige's husband.
It's yeah. It's not too soon, so it's okay. No. Go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna have to turn the cam back on now.
No, I know, right?
Oh,
so, fucking, there we go. So yeah, then we got AJ Styles defeats Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens looks like he had a legit injury, but it's actually at work, which was pretty cool. Which led into Sami Zayn into AJ Styles, which was actually a pretty damn hell of a match. Opinion on the last part of the show.
I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good match. I was kind of hoping we'd see a Dolph Ziggler return at some point in time, but I think they're saving him for either the Royal Rumble or the Raw or the SmackDown afterwards. But I thought it was well done, very very well done the way they put it all together.
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought that the cool things about it, the funny moments. I don't think it was. I thought it was hilarious. Is when you have Kevin Owens who's acting like injured outside, and you have AJ just walking over and just beat him, and then he's on the stretcher, and then he tilts him over. And I was thinking, is that now that AJ's becoming a heel and they are becoming faces?
Now, I still think you're looking at Daniel Bryan is trying to do whatever he can to like disrespect Shane O'Mac. Not like even turning heel, but like defying whatever he says goes. Because if you remember, it was Shane O'Mac that came out, says, hey, if you interfere with a match, either one of you interfere with the other match, you're fired. So, I still think we're going to see Daniel Bryan. I think we're going to see a Daniel Bryan return to the ring sooner rather than later, honestly.
Scott, your opinion on the last two things of SmackDown?
I am a huge Cammy fan. I want a Cammy shirt. I will rock that motherfucker through every podcast. All right. I love Sammy as a fucking heel. And KO is just fucking magic on the mic. And when you put him with someone like Sammy, when he has that chemistry, oh my fuck. And then to have DB all up in that shit feuding with fucking Shane O'Mac, the only way they're going to come out of this besides teaming DB up with fucking Cammy would be to fucking have Shane O'Mac do the flip twist and fucking go with them two over on the other guys. Like with fucking Mike Tyson back in the day with DX and fucking shit in Austin.
Yeah, well, the two matches. What did you like? The Sami Zayn and AJ Styles match was the best match of the night by far.
Yeah. I thought KO was injured. I legitimately did.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought he was a little injured. It was good. And they're going to the Royal Rumble with a lot of heat, so it's going to be awesome. Mixed Match Challenge, we got Miz and what is it, Asuka? This is the team name. And they defeated Big E and Carmel, which is not a shocker. Did you watch it? What did you think? I didn't watch it.
I did.
So
I'm just going to say this. The best part of the match is Big E wearing the fabulous tights to match Carmella. I was laughing straight through that entire thing. But what's cool about the Mixed Match Challenge on Facebook is Lana and Rusev were there talking with the fans on Facebook Live. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Scott?
Did
you watch it?
Like I told you that night, I had no intentions of watching it. I have no interest in this fucking. They could have took and put the time and all that shit into this and put an actual new show on the network for us. Put some new content on there. giving us something that we actually really want to see. Oh, like it's like the XFL. Why the fuck ain't it going to be aired on the network?
Yeah.
I pay my $9.99. Damn it, they suckered me in. This is my last month of freedom.
We're going to go to the business side of WWE. I've been reading a lot of speculations of Fox is interested in buying WWE and put it on their programming. We've heard Vince wants to sell the WWE. We know the whole entire television deal. My question is, do you see Fox actually pulling the trigger in acquiring WWE? Or do you see Universal actually stepping in and just be like, we're buying the product?
Wait, Vince wants to sell the entire company? Or just the TV rights?
Huh? No, he wants to sell. They want to buy the whole entire company. Fox wants to buy the whole entire.
Is he still going to remain the CEO?
That's up on that's Fox's. That's Fox's deal.
If they buy it,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm Vince. I'm selling it. I just, unless he feels like he can't control like what's going on anymore, because maybe he's seeing New Japan and Ring of Honor and how well they've come along, and he's probably thinking, shit, I got competition riding right up my butt. I need to do something. So I don't know, man. I think they're going to stamp. I don't think anybody's going to sell anything. I think you're going to continue to see it on USA Network for many, many years. That's just my feelings on the entire thing. Because if you look at the, like I said, you look at the other side of what's going on in the professional wrestling world and how well these other promotions are doing. Let's say that Mark Cuban throws some money around and says, hey, I'm going to pay New Japan Pro Wrestling to air live on these nights to go with WWE. Like against Vince, because he's got the money to do it.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Like I said, it'll be interesting. It's
in March, there, New Japan's going to be here in the USA, and so that's a given that it's going to be on Access Live, because you remember last year when they were here in Long Beach, Access was the only one showing this, and they got a lot of rating. The ratings were high for that day. And Mark Cuban's on. I see him on the interviews. And by the way, we're still asking if you want to be on here, Mark Cuban. We'll interview you because we really want to talk to you about New Japan Pro Wrestling.
See, but I can see. Let me add one thing, because I know we're going to talk about the XFL as well. And let's go ahead and throw this in there because I think it ties together. Think about it like this. When he made the announcement for the XFL, he said 2020. He didn't say 2019. He said 2 years. That means he's got 2 years to build a good football league up like the CFL and whatnot. So maybe he is thinking, hey, I'm going to get out of the wrestling business and go into the professional football business. But I'm going to tell you right now, if they sell the WWE, somebody else is going to jump on top of that. As long as that's just I have a feeling that if he does this, it's going to be a bad decision for them.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going to go with that. It's just like you said, if Mark Cuban's going to throw some money around to have, to have New Japan to come over and do some USA shows or do actual live shows for on Access TV, the problem is just the time difference.
You don't even have to air them live. You can move
exactly.
You can move the Friday night shows to Monday nights.
Yeah, but they don't do their Friday night shows are from those road to the road to Wrestle Kingdom. Those 2 weeks.
But what I'm saying is, what's the difference in waiting 3 more days to air them with Monday Night Raw? I think what Mark Cuban's doing is waiting to see how many more. How many he's trying to get his ratings up too, because he owns Access TV.
Why would you try to do what others have done too soon and run down your product, like with TNA, for instance?
No, because the Vince sells WWE, that's the time to do it.
TNA was a great product at first. I used to pay the weekly fees to watch the pay-per-view back before you could actually get online and watch shit.
Oh
You
yeah.
had to pay your cable company for it. I paid my cable company for that package. Legitimately. They were off the fucking wall up until 2013 September, November time. And then they started to suck ass. And I mean suck. Because they tried running head to head too soon. They were doing great on Thursdays. But no, that weren't good enough. They had to do the head to head. They thought they was ready. I'm telling you right now, you don't run head to head. You run the next day. Or you run a day that you know people can stay up and watch it.
Here's the thing too. You got to remember New Japan's schedule. They have a big show every 2 months. You know, they're not like WWE where you have a pay-per-view every month. You know, they have a big pay-per-view every 2 months.
And they're not kid friendly.
Yeah, they're not kid friendly. And the schedule that they have works for the wrestlers and not television. Because of those matches that they do is brutal and it works them and it helps them out, you know, the recovery time. But if New Japan wanted, if there's a thing that Access TV is waiting for, is they're waiting for the ratings of all these Wrestle Kingdom shows that they're putting on Access, and then they're going to wait for the ratings of the live show that they're going to do here in March. Because you know Access TV is doing that. And the cool thing about Access TV, about claiming New Japan Pro Wrestling, is you get to see those CMLL stars and you get to see those ROH stars. So, I mean, it's just Mark Cuban needs to come in agreement with New Japan, ROH, and CMLL and saying, you know, you guys have this Super Fridays and we have this and we have that. You know, would you would you want to do like a show every Saturday night, you know, once a month here? You know, once a month we do one in Texas, you know, one in Japan, one in Mexico, and one here. So that was my opinion on it. We're gonna go to the XFL. Who's giddy? Raise your hand if you're giddy about this. Happy about the XFL? Scott's not happy. Scott's not happy about the XFL.
This is not the XFL.
I mean, here's the thing. The question is, how would you do the XFL?
Well, I would change a few things about the old XFL, but I wouldn't fuck with it like he's doing with it. Like the whole, like, throw the ball and have him fucking run and wrestle for it kind of style, like running the pit. Yeah, no, that's gone. Kickoffs come back. Shit like that, like safety shit. But for fuck's sakes, you can have a criminal record and play in the CFL. You can have a criminal record and wrestle in the WWE and NXT. But damned if you can have a criminal record and play in the XFL. So there goes my dream of seeing Johnny Manziel versus Tim motherfucking Tebow on fucking XFL. Like,
Tim
seriously.
Tebow would never play in there anyway, even if he could.
Hey, if they paid him enough to be quarterback, God would bring him back. And he knows that they would need Tebow back.
Baseball now.
Dude, you're looking at the next right fielder of the New York Mets is Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow is going to crack that Mets roster. It's only a matter of time. You're going to see Tebow playing with the Mets before it's all said and done.
Yeah,
he's got a baseball player than he is a football player.
Yeah, I mean, in the Mets this year, fucking terrible.
What does he do both?
You know, look, Vince McMahon says one thing of what he's going to do, and I know the XFL is coming back. But like I said earlier, this is 2 years. They got 2 years to make sure everything is run properly this go around. You're going to have the Super Bowl go over in February, and you're going to have more football right after that. Hey, it's football, man. I can't complain about football.
It's not football, though. It's a watered down, dumbed down, fucking my girlfriend don't
But
get
it's
it,
better
so I'm going to sit her down with me and watch this stupid shit. It's going to be boredom. People, by the time the Super Bowl comes and goes, the reason they're so excited for preseason is because you have that gap. When you have a constant lap of it, and then you have a watered down, shitty version of it, it only gets worse. And then you get tired of it. And people are gonna stop watching. People aren't gonna fucking care. Who's gonna carry it? Who's gonna carry it? NBC?
The WWE Network.
Well, no, they're supposed to be having it on TV too.
Maybe ESPN or like. No, I better go on USA Network. I'm almost guaranteeing if their contract, Vince will it'll be figured out.
It's gonna be on NBC Sports, so Universal. If they renew with Universal, they got that's their partner.
And then if Fox buys them out, it'll be on Fox Sports 1.
Yeah, exactly. Or on Fox Sports 2, or on your Fox Sports Southwest or local regional Fox Sports channels. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the generation of snowflake names on their jerseys.
Hey, "He Hate Me" was the greatest name on the back of a jersey since fucking Lombardi.
I ain't this and that, man. But you know what's coming.
But you're looking at college players. You got to think about the players too. College kids that can't crack the NFL, or want a second. Everybody needs work these days, especially if you love the game. That's why I'm excited for it. I want to see what he does with it. I'm excited just because I want to see how the final product's going to look. He's got 2 years to figure it out. I'm not the least bit concerned for the next 2 years.
If it was the XFL, I would be ecstatic, but it's not. It's a high school football game.
But if you think about this, the last FXL,
high school football games in Texas are fucking glorious over here, buddy. So we don't mind watching high school football.
They suck in Maine.
No shit. No shit.
Excuse me.
So Belfast bought a team, you would not go watch them?
If Belfast bought an XFL team,
yeah,
I would move to Searsmont.
Damn. As I said, if Norfolk or Virginia Beach jumped in on that, I'd go in there spring and watch a game.
Baby, I just want you to know, by the off-random beat chance that Belfast buys an XFL franchise, we are taking the children and all of our shit, and we are moving the town over. Letting you know now, get ready, start packing some boxes just in case. Some packing tape, some bubble wrap. Some of those peanuts are fun to play with. Okay. Give me the credit card.
You have your own damn debit card, you dick.
It's canceled.
Oh, shit.
All right, so the last but not least is that Michigan State bull crap.
Well, with the Super Bowl matchup here in 2 weeks, Eagles versus the Patriots. Yeah. So, guys, you guys are Patriots fans. How do you guys feel? Go ahead and start your banner. Talk shit. This is your time. Go talk shit about Eagles, and go ahead.
Oh, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna save my talking for after the Super Bowl next week. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm not gonna buy into the banter that's going on between them idiots over there.
Nervous yet?
No, not at all. This is like the least Super Bowl that I've ever been nervous about. It's freaking Nick Foles versus Tom Brady. I mean, you got a backup quarterback going against the GOAT. What more can you say?
But then again,
watch Tom? They're going to repeat. So I'm 100% confident it's a repeat. I'm actually going to bet money on the Patriots for the Super Bowl.
Are you saying that what the Eagles offense did on Sunday doesn't surprise you at least, or scare you at least?
No.
What New England's defense is going, did?
Nope, not at all.
Or okay. Okay.
Scott, Scott's looking at me like he's speaking for himself.
I'm just gonna stay classy like the New England Patriots.
Hold
I'm
on,
just
hold
saying,
on.
I'm
Viewer
not
discretion
worried.
advised.
I'm just gonna stay classy like the New England Patriots and just smile and say it's on the Super Bowl and we'll see them on the field and their backup quarterback and their
He's going to throw a
weak
beer in the
ass
back of the
line
quarterback.
and we will we'll yeah we'll okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 6.
Yeah.
6. There'll be 6 this year.
And the next year will be
Oh,
7.
come on, Scott. This is some horse shit. Give me something. Come on.
No, we are Patriots fans and we need
It's like
to
I
set an
said, you got
example.
the only thing we're going to say is Tom Brady versus Nick Foles, and that's all you got to know.
And
The
fuck
GOAT
them
versus
cocksucking
the
seagull loving motherfuckers.
So
There.
what are you guys gonna do if they do lose?
They're not going to lose.
What it's
Doug Peterson and Nick Foles is not beating Bill Belichick and Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. It's not going to happen.
okay, Rich.
This is a
okay.
This has been said before, though, Rich. Like I've said in the chat, I'm a diehard Pats fan, but there's a reason when we won our first.
There's a reason why you're on heart. There's a reason why you're on heart medication.
Yes, fucking. We won our first championship because we were the underdogs. We were the one. No way they're going to. Tom Brady, 6th round pick, 3rd fucking backup. Yeah, no fucking way they're going to come in and win the Super Bowl.
But you're talking
guys,
about, there's a difference.
guys
You're talking about the greatest quarterback of all time. But anyway, all right. Last but not least,
you
Michigan
guys won that Super Bowl because of the fucking tuck rule. That's it.
We won it with a kick. The tuck rule was the game before it. Get it right.
You would have lost and this dynasty would never have started. And Bill Belichick would have been fired that year.
Des Bryant didn't make that catch.
Yeah, he did.
I know.
So, there's trouble brewing at Michigan State. There's been a lot of I guess they say over a 20-year period, has been a lot of sexual allegations between players in men's sports. Sexual assaulting women, and this is all stemmed from this the Michigan State's team doctor and the USA gymnastics doctor at Michigan State, Larry Nassir, or whatever his name is. He got 175 years in prison this year, and now people are claiming that Michigan State has lost institutional control of the athletic department and stemming all this.
wait, hold on, time out. When was this guy even with Michigan State?
From 20 years until he got caught 2 years ago. He was a team doctor.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, they're fucked.
He was a bad doctor.
Yeah, he was their team. He was their.
But if he's hid that thing for that long, and people are just now coming out, I don't know, man. It's kind of like
He
kind
could
of feel
wreck
bad for
your
Michigan.
life.
They're screwed, but you feel bad for him in a way.
He could wreck your life. He could forge forge 1 or 2 documents, and your athletic career is done forever. Who are you gonna go against?
But it's not.
Are you gonna throw your career and your dreams away?
But here's
Or
the
are
thing.
you gonna suck it up, buttercup?
But you're not getting the picture. Here's the picture. Michigan State hid everything about this guy. You know, they hid everything about this guy, and they're doing the same thing with all the players in the athletic department for doing sexual. They're hiding all of this. So the question begs to me: do you think that from the top, it was just from the top saying, you know, we have to hide all this because we're making money and this, and this? Because, you know, Michigan State's in trouble now, dude. Like, Tom Izzo is on the verge. You know, people are asking for his head. Mike D'Antoni, people are asking for his head. You know, the president of the school just, you know, stepped down. The athletic director today just said that he was retiring instead of not getting fired or, you know, or resigning. they're saving. So do you think they just lost control of it and they're just like, we gotta hide it and gotta hide it and gotta hide it? Because once this blows over, it's just gonna blow over.
Unless they really didn't know. But I don't know that they were hiding it because the guy was hiding it.
No, I'm not talking about the guy. I'm just talking about the players in the athletic department.
Oh, I missed that part.
This seems like it's just...
Maybe they were afraid to come out and speak up.
But it just seems like it's a systematic problem.
They be losing more people than fucking rats off the Titanic. Like, legitimately, it was so covered up. And the factor is, just what was it, 16 between football and basketball that were handled inside the athletic division, one of which was handled by the coach himself. Like, this was a known about factor that was fucking obviously covered up. How far up it getting covered up, it matters on how much you can improve. Who knows? It could go all the way to the fucking... You don't know. But the fact of the matter is, like, it's an obvious fucking situation of the factor that they were trying to cover their asses and keep the fucking players on the field. You know, it's fucking caring more about your fucking athletes than you do your actual fucking students.
They're actually caring more about their money investments than they actually do about the students.
Yeah.
So
they're the ones paying them fucking $50,000, $60,000 a year to be there, to fucking go work in their shitty cafeterias, to serve you little punk ass fucking brat fucking kids fucking food while they fucking go off and do whatever the fuck they want because they're on a full fucking ride.
Yeah, so
these people that deserve to be protected.
It's just, I don't know what to say. You got your 2 cents on it. Give me both of you guys on your 2 cents on it. What should Michigan State do? And it's just wrong. Do you think everybody should be fired in the athletic department?
Fuck yeah.
Rich?
I don't know, man. I would wait and see how this thing completely plays out before you go around pulling triggers on firing people. Because some people probably honestly didn't know what was going on as well. So,
question, Rich, Tom Izzo and Mike D'Antoni, are they gone?
I don't know, man. I could not answer that 100% truthfully because honestly, it's just how it is. I can see if you think about it, they did fire not Joe Paterno. What's that dude's name from Louisville? Rick Pitino got fired. So yeah, Tom Izzo's probably gone.
Mike D'Antoni too.
The head football coach?
Yeah, the football coach.
Yeah, he's probably gone as well.
Yeah, he handled one of the cases.
Scott, so D'Antoni's gone in your opinion?
I say clean fucking house.
Clean fucking house. I agree too. It's time to clean house, and it's time to bring in the Magic Man, bring in Magic Johnson and all those greats, and start from there. But that's the end of the show. It was a long show today. Okay, we're gonna be here on Sunday for the Royal Rumble for the live reaction. So we're kind of stoked about that. And then yeah, guys, it was pretty cool. You guys have any other words before you guys take off?
Live PD.
Rich? Oh, Scott?
Fuck the one-wing villain.
Okay. That's good. So you guys have a nice day, have a nice night, and be safe. Peace, love, and happiness, y'all.
Deuces.
Deuces.